diện cho bên Quýt bên Sumo Citrus tại nước Úc. Cũng rất là tâm huyết với cái hoa quả này để đưa sản phẩm tới Việt Nam và của nước bạn được nhiều hơn nữa. Đây thì tôi cũng xin cảm ơn mang và đại diện cho Quýt Sumo có thêm nhiều sức khỏe để đồng hành cùng với anh ạ. Cảm ơn.
Sumo Citruses, what we do is we deep rip the ground, we put fertiliser, we put organic matter into the soil just to build a much better environment for our trees to grow in. And then we mound all that up and then we plant. We use a hydraulic drill to drill a hole and fill it with water. And then when we come along, we actually then hand plant the tree. And we put a tree cover on it to protect it from the elements, and then we go through and prune that tree within 6 months, so just to allow it to grow, and we shape the tree as it goes. And then through the years we grow our little tree into a much bigger tree, so we're constantly pruning the tree and trying to shape that and open it up so it's almost like a vase, so that way we have 4 main branches that come up, and then we sort of shelve the fruit, so it sits in shelves, and it's got it doesn't have other fruit touching it, so it doesn't have rub marks. It's got full access to sunlight, so that way it just enables the fruit to develop fully. And we also go through and we prune the tree generally 3 times a year. So we pull off any fruit that might have a mark. We pull off any fruit that's small, just so that way we can get the biggest size that we can get on that fruit. So there's a lot of care and love put into our trees. We fertilise our trees every day so that way they can have the best conditions that they need to be able to grow. And we really we probably spend 4 times as much time in our Sumo trees than what we do compared to, say, our navels or our other varieties. So we really try very, very hard to look after those trees. So ideally with our Sumos, they actually grow sitting upside down in the tree. So they initially when they're green, they're hanging like this, and as they get ripe, they actually fall down, and then they start to colour up. So some of the things that we need to do is just protect the inside of the top knot, so that way the water doesn't get in there and cause any rot. And we do, we prepare a special fertiliser for our trees, which we then irrigate every day, and we fertilise them every day. But we also do that while monitoring the quality of the tree. So we actually have what we call is almost like a pentometer on the tree, which measures the contraction and expansion of the tree and allows us to know how much water the tree actually requires when it's really hot. And that way we can provide the tree with keep the conditions in the optimum, so we get the best size fruit that we can get. So I think that the Sumo Citrus is really attractive for our customers. It's very distinctive. It is a bit rough on the outside. It's probably like myself. It's a bit big and scary on the outside, but it's actually really nice inside. So it has a beautiful flavour. The segments hold together really well. It's full of juice. It's sweet. So we actually picked this at 14 bricks and about 1.1 acids. So it actually has a really nice, delicate, it has a really good flavour with that slight bit of acidity in it as well. And we just think it's a really unique piece of fruit. I've given this to different people and they've said, wow, you've actually just ruined all other citrus for me. This is such an amazing piece of fruit. So as a company, we are absolutely head over heels with this piece of fruit and think it is amazing. So much so that we've increased our planted area by by around about 8 times. So, because we just think it's an amazing piece of fruit that enables us to feed so many people around the world in a regenerative way. So our company's about being able to produce food at scale in a regenerative way, and we think that the Sumo Citrus helps us do that. So to choose the highest quality Sumo, we've tried to take that out of your hands. Not every piece of fruit becomes a Sumo. So for a Sumo Citrus to be regarded as a Sumo Citrus, it has to reach a certain Brix level, which is our sugar content. It also has to be at a certain acid level. So if it doesn't achieve that, we actually take it out before it even gets into our Sumo boxes, so that it can't be called a Sumo Citrus. So we only try to sell the best of the Sumo Citrus and make your job as a consumer so much easier. Sometimes they're very rough skinned, but the flavour, the fruit inside is still very good quality. It doesn't compromise the fruit inside.
Simon from 10 Farms. This is David Holman from 10 Farms. Okay, we're a big Australian exporter of fruit. David's family, 50 years in the fruit business. We're delighted to be here in Vietnam. I have now moved to live in Vietnam to do the business. So we are committed to Vietnam, David.
Yep, and we spend time back in Melbourne while Simon's here on the farms. So we're travelling to the regional Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland to secure the best fruits that we can sell in this very, very fussy country to give Vietnam the best fruit that we can grow in Australia.
So Vietnam likes quality fruit. Other parts of Asia don't care so much. Vietnam want the best, and we are going to deliver the best. Okay, we have a great partnership with Thuy Anh and a great partnership with Sumo Citrus. But 10 Farms, we do citrus, we do oranges, mandarins, cherries.
Pretty soon we're starting stone fruit.
And pretty soon we're starting stone fruit. Peaches, nectarines, then we move on to cherries, then we move on to grapes again, and then back into citrus.
Yep.
So it's a cycle.
And the Sumo Mandarin comes in July every year.
So these are the first Sumos to ever come to Vietnam, and the launch is today. So we thank Legacy and Sumo Citrus for 10 Farms being the exporter of these. We thank Thuy Anh, which are a well-respected, well-known company for quality citrus. And 10 Farms, we are committed to Vietnam, long term.
In the north and the south, and we're here for the long term.
So I live here, so Simon, 10 Farms, David, 10 Farms. Thank you to Sumo, thank you to Thuy Anh, and we're going to deliver you quality fruit, the best we can always put on the table for the Vietnam customer. Thank you, Vietnam.